Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. Today we saw more magic for MERINO. We saw a SAKA sealer and we saw Arsenal go unbeaten in 18 games in all competitions. Unbeatable Arsenal go 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Ahead of Man City. 6 points clear now ahead of Aston Villa. That's a big game coming up at the weekend, and we're going to talk about that briefly towards the end of the video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Arsenal TV so you don't miss that, because that's a big game coming up at the weekend. And suddenly, we're 9 points clear of Chelsea, who won the game at the weekend. It was a spirited performance, and they were in a title race. Chelsea fans, are you still in a title race? If there are any Chelsea fans that watch my channel, are you still in a title race? Question. But Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. I actually predicted it in my preview, and I also said that it would be a nervy game, a difficult game. Coming up after that 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge, obviously against 10 men, we needed to bounce back. We needed to win. We saw City get another jammy win yesterday against Fulham. What, 5-4? I haven't watched those highlights yet. It's been a busy week, but they got a 5-4 win against Fulham. They got another 3-2 win against Leeds, who obviously beat Chelsea today. They're winning games, but we had to respond and win our games. And especially because Aston Villa as well, I think I said it as well, they had a 4-3 win today against Brighton. They were 2-0 down and they came back to win. That game at the weekend is very, very big. So this win today against Brentford was very, very important. And we're going to talk about, obviously, we're going to talk about MERINO. We're going to talk about Ben White. We're going to talk about Bukayo Saka. We're also going to talk about David Raya as well. But the first person I want to speak about is Mikel Arteta, because even before the game, in the week, he had a rallying cry saying he wanted the Arsenal fans to get up for Brentford. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was a difficult game. But what he said first, he said it has to come from the players first, then you can demand it from the fans. And you know what? Even though it was a nervy win today in spurts, we had very good moments of play. Madueke and Ben White combining for MERINO's first goal was very, very nice to see. I feel like on that right-hand side, the battle between Madueke and Rico Henry of Brentford as well, very, very good. I feel like Madueke had the beating of him in like the first 25 minutes. But then as the second half went on, like Rico Henry got some decent blocks in on Madueke to stop him getting a shot off directly at goal as well. But sorry, I think I was bigging up Mikel Arteta. I was right to big up Mikel Arteta, because like I said, he gets the rallying cry from the fans. Then he starts a Ben White, who gets a man of the match. Timber needed a rest. Obviously, we'll get to Mascara, but Timber needed a rest. So he brings in Ben White. You trust your squad depth. Do you know what I'm saying? He starts Odegaard. He gives Eze a rest. He keeps MERINO up front, and he starts Madueke on the right. Big changes. Big changes, but these players need to be rotated out, because we've got a busy Christmas period coming up. This is only the start. We have a busy Christmas period coming up. It is only the start. But the changes were made, and it saw us through to get a clean sheet at the end of the day as well. So we are happy about that. But as the first half was going on, as I said, Arsenal was starting to play their football. We saw the midfielder that Declan Rice is as well. Do you know what? Now that I've said his name now, I have to go there, don't I? Because Declan Rice going down injured with what seemed like a potential calf injury is the one big dampener on this game. It's the one big dampener, because no one can replace what Rice does in that midfield. And we saw it today. And we saw the ball he delivered in for, I think it was Madueke or Martinelli, who skies it over the bar or shoots it straight at the keeper. No, Rice sends in the ball for Madueke, which Rico Henry got one of the blocks in. Sorry, people. But yes, and him going down injured. We don't have a replacement for Declan Rice. He's probably one of the only players in the squad we don't have a replacement for. We've got replacements in abundance for the striker, the 10s, the right back, centre backs, left back, right wing, left wing, but not Declan Rice's position. Even the 6 as well for Zubimendi. We got replacements in Norgard there. We don't have a replacement for Declan Rice, so that is going to be a big miss. But we'll find out more tomorrow. Arteta said he couldn't play on. He can walk, but he couldn't play on, so we will see. Hopefully it's just a knock. I didn't see the collision. I think he may have just went down. Hopefully he's all right. Mascara, might as well talk about the injuries. Had an awkward landing in that, was it the first half? Yeah, it was the first half, because Timber can't get a rest, unfortunately. Mascara gets injured in the first half as well. Awkward landing. I'm thinking, oh, did he like extend his Achilles? I hope not. I really, really hope not, because that would be very, very annoying if he did extend his Achilles. But someone I do want to talk about is the man of the match. Ben White started nice in that first half, and I feel like Ben White reminded Arsenal fans and Mikel Arteta of the player he is. Hopefully, if he can stay 100% fit, if Ben White stays 100% fit, I'm telling you, there's a battle on that right-hand side between him and Timber, because Ben White is a fantastic player. It's like he rolled back the years with that performance. You know, the overlapping runs between him and Madueke. I feel like they were combining well down the right-hand side. People, let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. I feel like Ben White was seeing the old Ben White. Crosses into the box, crashing runs, trying to get shots off. Some things did work, some things didn't work. It's his second start of the season. He starts against Brighton, and then he doesn't get another start for a while because Timber has been imperious, and you're not going to get in the centre-back positions. It's tough, but he comes back on his second start with a man-of-the-match performance, and he can stake a claim to potentially start in the game against Aston Villa on the weekend, because if Mosquera is injured, Saliba might potentially be back for that game. But if Mosquera is injured, we saw a makeshift back four of White, Timber, Hincapié, and Calafiori. And for the rest of the game, they kept a clean sheet. What do you want me to say? When he completely changed the back four against Brighton in the Carabao Cup, it was White, Mosquera, Hincapié, and Skelly, clean sheet. So even though we don't have our best players in Gabriel, in Saliba, at the back as well, do you know what I'm saying? We can still hold clean sheets. Give or take. It's not bad. It's not bad at all for this squad that, even though our injuries are very much, especially in defense, are a big worry right now, we can hold clean sheets. And there was another clean sheet today. Chelsea didn't keep a clean sheet. Like, comment, and subscribe to Ross Now TV. People, so at halftime, I'm thinking we need a second goal. We need a second goal. Martinelli sent one over the bar. Madueke's had a couple shots blocked. Rice tried to get a shot off. Odegaard was trying to be industrious as well. It's nice to see Odegaard back on the pitch. I feel like he's going to take another game or two to find his best form. There were points in the game today I thought Odegaard was slightly anonymous. I could be wrong. I'm trying not to be harsh. But he did make some driving runs in the second half. I feel like there was a period between 78 minutes and the rest of the game where Arsenal just switched on and just started playing even more good football. Down the left-hand side, down the right-hand side, driving through the middle as well. We'll get to the second half. I'm going to try not go too far ahead. But the second half begins, and obviously it's the makeshift back four that obviously Timber comes in now. I don't think he didn't make any substitutions at the halftime break. I think Ben White makes a good tackle at the start of the second half. He had a very, very good game today. I'm so happy Ben White had a great game today. Are you people? How many Ben White fans are in here right now? Let me know in the comments below, people. Let me know in the comments below. And then he makes the substitutions because it's still 1-0, 61 minutes. This was the point in the second half where we see some tired legs. You wanted to see some changes. We didn't look like we was having much joy out there. And he brings on the likes of Eze and Saka. Brilliant options that you can bring on for Madueke, who had a very, very good game. And for... Did you just said it? It's right here. Martinelli. I don't think Martinelli, he didn't have the best of games today. He wasn't as affected as I hoped he would be. He kind of struggled a little bit, unfortunately. Didn't get much joy from his fullback. He didn't get much out of him. So I think, yeah, out of Kayode, he didn't get much joy out of Kayode. So yeah, tough day at the office. You can understand why he came off. Now, where else are we going to go? So yeah, Rice finds space on the shot. This is where we started to turn up the pressure. I said from like 78 minutes, but even at 68 minutes, we started to turn on the pressure because MERINO finds Rice on the edge of the box. He has a shot directly at the keeper. And then this is when Saka comes on and Saka literally rebounds the ball past the post. And he can't sort out his feet properly. And you're thinking, okay, we're still 1-0 up, but we haven't got the second goal yet. So things are still a bit nervy. And I believe at this point, or about 5-10 minutes earlier, Brentford brought on the likes of Thiago, and I think they brought on Damsgaard. Did they bring on Henderson as well? They rallied the changes. Is my point, and they could smell blood because it was only 1-0 at the time. Then there was a head clash between this is where the injury comes down. The camera literally pans to Declan Rice on the floor, and he's pointing to his calf, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm hoping that he is not injured, but that injury today told me we need to go get someone in January for him. for him to have a rest, because he's the only player that has had Saka and Eze you can bring off. Do you know what I'm saying? You got options for those. A Timber you can bring off. Ben White, Saliba and Gabriel, they're injured, but even if Arteta still wanted to give them a rest, you still got, okay, Mascara's injured now, but you still got Mascara, Hincapié that can fill in there, Timber can fill in there, and the left backs, Calafiori, Skelly, Hincapié can go out there as well. Sorted. No one can come in and replace Rice. Havertz can't do it. Norgard can't do it. Zubimendi can't do it. No one can replace what Rice does. Not just in the midfield being a marauding, brilliant midfielder, but from the set pieces as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. And you lose Declan Rice, you lose a lot in your. Well, we'll see. We don't even know what. I'm just foreshadowing. I'm trying to think to the future. I'm worried, a little bit worried about this Declan Rice situation. But he comes on, Gyökeres comes on. This is another player that needs to get up to full fitness, and it's great that he got some minutes today. Didn't have much joy. I don't think he had a shot or anything like that necessarily. Then towards the end of the game, before Saka gets his goal, there's Arsenal breaking, and they're breaking down the left-hand side, I think, from a corner. Eze finds some space and he's running down the line, and I'm thinking, you could pass the ball infield now. I think, who was there? I think MERINO was there. I think Odegaard was in there. I think even Saka was even running to the right of him, and he just doesn't get the ball off. And I'm thinking, Lord have mercy. You got a chance there to potentially try bury the game and you don't do it. Is it Eze? I think, was that earlier in the half? No, yes, Eze comes on. Sorry. I got confused a second. I thought he came off. I thought I was thinking about Chelsea on the weekend for a second. No, he came on. Yes, it was Eze running down the left-hand side. He just doesn't get the ball. And I'm thinking, Lord have mercy. Please don't let Brenford come and equalize. And they don't, because Mikel Merino, about 20 yards away, he's just in Brentford's half. He's just in there. And Saka makes a run behind the fullback, right? Comes back on side. And Merino's just waiting for him to make the run. And he just makes the run in. He just makes the pass. And it's a beautiful pass. And then Saka shoots. Kelleher saves it, but it bounces over the goal. And the referee gives the goal because of the goal line technology. And the game is done, people. And the game is done, right? And we are sitting top of the league, as I said earlier, 5 points ahead of Man City, 6 points ahead of Villa, 9 points ahead of Chelsea, and we face Aston Villa on the weekend. I am feeling good. I don't even know if I said that once in this video. I'm actually feeling good because, one, we didn't concede. We look very, very much unbeatable. I don't expect us to concede much. We've also scored 100 goals in the calendar year as well. Big up to you, Arsenal. I think apparently Bukayo Saka has the same amount of goals and assists that Robert Perez did have at this time. So big up yourself, Saka. David Raya. Oh my. How have I not mentioned the save? This is why. And you know what? I'm going to speak about Ramsdale as well, because I didn't want Ramsdale to leave in the first place, right? I didn't want Ramsdale to leave in the first place, but he did leave. Raya came in. Now, yesterday, I watched Aaron Ramsdale, and you know what? I could blame the Newcastle defense. I could blame Ramsdale as well for the goal that Romero scored, the bicycle kick, because the corner comes in and he flaps and he punches at it and it goes right up in the air. If you watched the game yesterday, you would have seen it. It goes right up in the air, bounces back down. No, Romero's waiting for it, and then he scores it. The reason why I want to big up David Raya, not just because of the save today, because of the calm and command he brings to the box. It's his box when you're in his box. You don't get no change out of David Raya. You don't even get no change out of Yuri and Timber. There was a point where Timber was on the floor today and they still couldn't get the ball of him. You don't get no change out of Timber. There was even a point where I think it was a Tara try, turn and run, and Timber just went with him. You don't get no change out of Timber, but David Raya, it was a fantastic save. Fantastic point blank save from Sharda. And I feel like that was Brentford's best chance of the game to get a goal. And he saves it point blank range onto the bar. This is why we are unbeatable. Because we have a brilliant goalkeeper. We have a defense that has injuries, but that can also still keep clean sheets. We have a midfielder that is basically a striker. Mikel Merino has 30 goal contributions in 2025 for a midfielder that I thought didn't have a place in this Arsenal team. And he said in an interview, I'll be whatever I need to be for this Arsenal team. And he's being our goal scorer. That's 2 in 2. That's 2 in 2 for Chelsea, from Chelsea as well. He scored 4 goals in his last 6 appearances, and he's got 3 assists as well. Apparently, that's what I saw somewhere on Twitter. Do you know what I'm saying? Every single person in this Arsenal team is stepping up, and it comes from the manager as well, because he's putting the belief in these players. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though we drew against Chelsea, and it would have been so sweet to beat Chelsea, we had an opportunity to beat Chelsea, but it's fine. It's fine, because normalcy has been restored at the top of the Premier League. We are clear again, and we need to remain clear. Now, we needed to win that game because, as I said, Aston Villa done something very good today against Brighton that I didn't expect them to do. They came back from 2-0 down away from home and won 4-3. And their form at home is good. So we're going to get into that preview tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to Arsenal TV. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get into that build-up tomorrow. We have to. It's a big game. If Aston Villa win, they go 3 points behind us. If Man City win before... No, we're the early kickoff. We're the early kick. You know what? We are the early kickoff. So we can put pressure on the ones that need to win. So by the time Man City play, we could potentially be 8 points clear of City and 12 points clear of Chelsea, who are in the title race. No. Surely not. Surely not. Interesting. Anyway, people, let me look up my notes. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that I need to say? Is there anything else that I genuinely need to say? I don't think so, people. I'm scanning. Ben White, man of the match. Happy for Ben White. Happy for Merino. Previewed Aston Villa. Little preview there. You're lucky, you know what I'm saying? I'm nice. You get a little cussing of Chelsea there. Oh, Liverpool fans thought Vert scored and he didn't. Poor things. Anyway, people, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Arsenal TV. That has been your match reaction, breakdown, tactical analysis of the Brentford win. We will be back tomorrow for previews. Aston Villa. Big game. Villa Park. We faced Villa twice this month. So this is part 1. This is part 1 of the beating, because we owe Aston Villa something. We owe them something. And we're going to get into that. Subscribe to Arsenal TV. And leave your comments in the comment section down below, people. Talk to me. Let's talk about this. Love and guidance. Peace.